Oh cool, look, it's a lifted Wrangler. Oh wow, 37-inch tall tires. And they're even in mud terrains. And oh boy, all I'm gonna say is those shocks and suspension, they're worth more than my car. And speaking of worth more than my car, let's pop the hood to this. And yeah, this ain't no regular Wrangler, that's a 6'4" Hemi. Let's take a look at this lifted Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392. Powering this is a naturally aspirated 6.4 liter Hemi V8 that puts out 470 horsepower and then 470 pound-feet of torque. Now, a big part of the 392 package is bronze accenting throughout. You guys can see there with the tow hooks on the front end, for example. Now, this 392 has upgraded tires. So we've got 37s, they're mud terrain tires. And then it has adjustable Falcon shocks, as well as TerraFlex suspension. And when you put it all together, this thing looks absolutely fantastic. The 392 should come like this from the factory. Now, another cool part of this build is the reinforcement here on the tailgate to be able to accommodate for the larger 37 spare tire. And then finally, this is normal 392 interior, so you've got tons of bronze accenting throughout, and then obviously the 392 logo on the seats. Full review linked in the description.
This is the Jeep Wrangler 392, the most expensive Wrangler ever. Here are all the cool gadgets and gizmos. The tow hooks and the emblems are lined in gold because Jeep says this was designed to be the gold standard. The 392 is a 470 horsepower Hemi V8. It will do 0 to 60 in 4.5 seconds. When you rev the engine, it really doesn't sound all that loud. Until you push this button, and now listen. Wow! This huge V8 needs a lot of air. It's got a functional hood scoop. But to keep the water out, it's got these special flaps here that drain it behind the engine. This is the first Wrangler ever to have paddle shifters like you'd find on a Ferrari. And this Wrangler has a power top. Push a button and the top slides back. And check this out, speakers behind your head. And you can undo a couple of latches and the side windows come out as well. It isn't cheap though, it starts at $74,000 and will be in dealership soon.
38s with 2.5 inches of lift. Check it out. The tire I'm using for this is a 38 by 1350 R17 Nitto Trail Grappler. It's mounted on a 17 by 8.5 Method 701 bead grip wheel. To properly check the up travel of the suspension, I stacked 2 half-inch spacers up front to create 1 inch of bump. It's worth noting that on 392 Wranglers like mine, the bump stop perch is actually 2 inches longer than what's found on standard Wranglers. Out back, I installed a total of 2.5 inches of landing pad on the rear axle. While I did have to trim a little rear plastic from the inner rear fender, thanks to the 4 3/4 inches of back spacing, the tire cycled easily on-road and off, and the added size of the 38 doesn't seem to bother the 392 powertrain thanks to the factory 456 gears.
Can't take that way you turn. In my own lane we can merge. So I know that you can learn. Let's see how much you can earn. Why me take me like a worm? And I ain't smoking no shirt. I'ma leave it keep I love my bitches too pretty. They showing their titties up to the ceiling. All it on.
All right, guys, we got some awesome news. This 392 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon is available. A customer ordered this 2023 Wrangler and decided that they did not want it. How could you say no to this thing? And here's a look at the sticker. You guys will notice this one is coming in at $82,885. It will be selling at MSRP. Definitely a really, really cool looking Jeep. Let's take a look at the inside. Looks pretty sweet on the inside. Nice leather seats. Nice touchscreen radio. But really, you buy this thing because it's got a 6.4 liter V8 engine. Wow. Sweet looking ride. It's got the steel bumpers on it. Quad pipes down low. And this one's in the limited edition rain paint too, which is pretty cool. Let me know if you guys are interested.
So they hit a rock and it popped one of their tires, but they have a spare, so.
Vamos. Olta waket. Chamo, Jers, ora chamo. Chamo, olta waket ayile.